Before we get started, let me introduce you to the year system. BV is before the void. These years take place before the void was let loose on Reality 1. AV is after the void. These events take place after the void devoured Reality 1. Now I've got that out of the way, let's get started. Our story begins in Reality 4, the Kingdom's reality. The Kingdom's reality is split into 3 eras. Era 1 is where we start. Era 1. We do not know when this era started, however, we know this was before civilization was established. Because of this, not much is known about this era, and it is often referred to as the history with no history. Era 2. At some time around the year 2020 BV, the first civilization was established. Then, shortly after, the kingdom was formed, ruled over by the royal family. Everything was peaceful, and the kingdom hadn't seen war in years. However, the great darkness had begun to attack this world. To combat this, the gods forged a powerful sword, enough to kill the darkness, but only a worthy hero could wield it. In the year 442 BV, a hero is found, and the darkness is sealed away. Era 3. Era 3 begins in the year 442 BV, after the darkness had been sealed away. The royal family honourably give up the throne to the hero as they see him a better fit to rule the kingdom, thus creating the second royal family. There is nothing but peace for another 500 years, but during this time, a prophecy begins to circulate. When travellers from another world arrive, escaping the destruction of their own, the darkness will awaken. At this point, we switch to Reality 1. The year is 1 BV, and the server begins. Hello? I believe we are live. What the hell? Let's go, cook this beef. Oh, hello! Who is slaying Paul?
Yes!
Today we shall end this. We shall end the tyranny of the Ender Dragon overruling the poor Endermen. Yes, we have had to sacrifice.
Oh, there we go. He just killed an Enderman. There we go. We're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it. Yes! My God. This was a bad idea. Wait, no. This is a great idea. Keep going. Ah!
All is well until 0 AV. Lambda manages to break the bedrock and allow the void into our world. It begins to devour our reality. Immortal and Lambda have no choice but to flee to the end. Lambda constructs a flying machine to find land, leaving Immortal behind, and in Lambda's absence, Immortal plummets into the void. It's the year 100 AV. Immortal begins to build a house for the very first time. We are now in
Welcome
reality
to
2.
the server. This is exciting. First stream ever on the server.
Yeah. Glad you convinced me to do this, actually. By the way, do we still have that heads mod?
No, the heads mod clashed with a different mod. Whoa.
What?
I found a chest with a book in it.
Hmm?
I found a chest with just a book, nothing else.
Cool, what does it say?
I don't know because the spider's attacking me.
Is it like an enchantment book, or
No, it's like a readable book.
who's it
Oh,
by?
for God's sake, spider, just
Well-
die!
We're the only ones that's been on this server, right?
Yeah, over there my brother for like 2 seconds. It's by you.
Bullshit.
No, check the screen. Check the stream. It's by you.
Hold on. Hmm.
What the hell happened? Will just cut off and I can't hear him. I think he may be dead. I guess there's nothing left to do but reach the islands. After this find, Lambda and Immortal are understandably confused, and they set out to find answers. The year is 102 AV. Lambda wakes up after a hit to the head, but he isn't from this reality. A tear in dimensions has allowed Lambda to arrive safely from Reality 1 into Reality 2. Here, we find it's not just people coming through, it's the world itself. Lambda was back in his base from Reality 1. Here's where it starts to get complicated. So from now on, we will refer to people from Reality 1 with a 1 after their name, So Lambda from Reality 1 becomes Lambda 1, and people from Reality 2 will have a 2 after their name, so Lambda from Reality 2 becomes Lambda 2. Lambda 2 finds the ocean monument and goes to investigate the base he has found. To his surprise, he finds Lambda 1. Lambda 1 instantly realizes what has happened and tries to explain it to Lambda 2. However, Lambda 2 doesn't understand and tries to attack Lambda 1. But when they touch, they merge together into one Lambda, with the mentally stronger of the two, Lambda 1, taking control. Lambda, now knowing where Immortal is, travels to his base to explain what has happened. Months later, he finally convinces Immortal and Dead to travel to the ocean monument. Here, they find signs around the monument. Immortal 1 had survived, but he'd gone insane after his 100-year plummet into the void. Lambda finds Immortal 1, but it is too late. Immortal 1 has rigged the place to blow. It will close the dimensional tear, but will kill him in the process. They convince Immortal 1 to leave, but the void escapes. So while swimming away, Immortal 1 turns back and takes his life to close the tear, sucking the void back into darkness. 1 year later, Lambda's alternate dimension surveyor, or LADS, is constructed. Throughout the past 4 years, an area of land has been collapsing in on itself until in the year 104 AV, when the bedrock broke open at the bottom and the void begins to seep back into this reality. It used root-like arms to draw power from the surrounding areas. An unknown military power corners off the area and positions scientists to research the void. Over the next few months, more and more energy builds up in the void until it is all released in one huge burst, allowing the void to finally rise into the world and begin to devour this reality. Immortal attempts to fight it off, but the force is too overwhelming, and he escapes to the LADS. The void damages the circuitry in the battle, and Immortal panics and presses random buttons, powering up the machine and shifting dimensions. The LADS appears in a new dimension, releasing a huge amount of heat energy, incinerating any surrounding life. The Brotherhood of Flint and Steel are alerted to this and section off the area to begin their research. However, nobody is inside. Welcome to Reality 3. 21 years later, the Brotherhood withdraw the majority of their forces, leaving only a few troops and scientists behind. In these past 21 years, the LADS has not changed. It's now 130 AV. Immortal appears in the LADS 26 years after it had arrived. The void's damage had caused time displacement in the LADS. Immortal's arrival created another, smaller surge of heat energy, killing all but one Brotherhood member. Slowly, more and more people begin to appear in the LADS, including Lambda. 4 years later, Lambda repairs the LADS and uses it to explore alternate dimensions. He returns to find the sky flickering between day and night, and lightning continuously striking down on all 4 corners of the Brotherhood's compound. He tells Immortal of a more civilized world where we could escape to, so they power up the LADS and enter the new dimension. Meanwhile, at the Brotherhood's base of operations, they detect the LADS leaving, and their leader, along with a small squad, use a prototype to follow. The main power source of this prototype was bedrock. And here we are, back in Reality 4. We continue our story in the year 134 AV, Era 3. The LADS appears inside the small mountaintop village of Torrentis Nevosum and destroys multiple houses. Lambda explains what happened, and the villagers panic about a great darkness. The prophecy has come true. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood's prototype machine arrives just to the side of the mountain, and they set off to claim this new land, not knowing their previous world was destroyed. Over the next few months, parts of the LADS and BADS begin to disappear, and a trailer is spotted carrying LADS parts away from Torrentis Nevosum. The Brotherhood retaliate by building the Eridwin, and who knows what could happen next.